You've done everything right. You max out your 401k, you've got a Roth IRA, you check your net worth every quarter, and you feel good about the number climbing. Somewhere out there at age 65 is a version of you sitting on a beach or on a golf course or wandering through Rome with nowhere to be. But that version of you may never happen. And it's not because you didn't save enough money, it's because something almost nobody considers in their retirement plan, and that is time. Here's the number that should scare you more than any stock market crash. The average retirement age in the US is around 65, but the average life expectancy is around 79. And that's roughly 14 years of retirement on paper. But that's not really the number that matters. What matters is your healthy years. The CDC's own data shows the average American's health span, which are the years you're living without a chronic illness or serious mobility limitation, ends well before your lifespan does. For a lot of people, that gap is close to a decade. So the honest math isn't 65 to 79. It's more like 65 to maybe 70 or 72 if you're lucky, before your body starts writing checks that your calendar can't cash. You spent 40 years optimizing your retirement spreadsheet, but nobody told you to optimize your healthy years. Think about what's actually on your retirement bucket list. Traveling through Europe? Have you ever been to Europe? There's a lot of walking and stairs. Hauling a suitcase up 4 flights of stairs in some walk up apartment in Lisbon is not always possible. That takes a body that can take it. Golf, at least the way you picture it, 18 holes twice a week with your buddies. Maybe tennis, where your knees and your reflexes still cooperate. Maybe learning to scuba dive, which requires decent cardiovascular fitness and joints that can handle the gear and swimming the current. None of these are things you can just decide to do at 68 if you haven't done anything physical in 20 years. Your knees don't wait for your calendar. Your balance, your grip strength, your recovery time, those decline regardless of your retirement status. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Your best able-bodied years are probably not in your 60s and 70s. For most people, they're already behind you, or they're happening right now while you're telling yourself someday and clocking another 55-hour week. Retirement isn't a reward you unlock at the end of a long, healthy life. It's a season. And for a lot of people, it's a season that starts after your best physical window has already closed. Now, here's the part that has nothing to do with hiking trails or handicaps. If you're working 55 to 60 hours a week to build that retirement number, you are trading something that compounds even faster than money: time with your kids while they're small. A kid is fully formed as a person you can actually know, like their sense of humor, the weird things they get obsessed with, the version of them that wants to hang out with you for maybe 15, 16 years tops. After that, they're building their own life, and rightly so. You get roughly 940 Saturdays with a kid before they turn 18. That's it. Every extra hour at the office isn't neutral. It's a withdrawal from an account that doesn't compound back. You can't catch up on a kid's childhood at 65 the way you can catch up on a retirement contribution. There's no employer match for showing up to the games or recitals you missed. This isn't an argument against ambition or against saving. It's an argument against the assumption, the one baked into almost every retirement plan, that time later is worth roughly the same as time now. It isn't. Not for your knees, not for your kids. So what's the actual fix? It's not give up on retirement, it's attack the timeline from both ends. One option is to figure out how to front load the physical stuff. If scuba diving, hiking, or playing real competitive tennis matters to you, do it in your 40s and 50s, not in your 60s. Treat your body like an asset that depreciates, because it does. A better option may be this: actually try to shrink the number of years between now and financial independence. Instead of just accepting 65 as fixed, here are a few levers you can pull. One is to increase your savings rate. This is the blunt force tool, and it's still the most powerful one. Going from saving 10% of your income to 20% doesn't just double your contributions, it can cut a decade or more off your working years because you're simultaneously spending less and compounding more. But my favorite suggestion is to build cash flow assets, not just net worth assets. A stock portfolio that hits a big number on paper still requires you to sell shares and hope the market cooperates. Rental income, dividend income, maybe a side business, they're all assets that pay you monthly and that can change the entire equation. Retirement isn't really about a net worth number. It's about the day your cash flow covers your life expenses without a job attached to it. That day can arrive well before 65. Many people I know build network marketing businesses, not just to shorten the years to retirement, but it also creates networking opportunities and it provides a sense of community for them. And let's not forget your health. A few simple healthy habits can add to those healthy years so that there is more time to cross off those bucket list items. All of these give you a shot at spending some of your best years, not just your last ones, actually living the plan instead of still funding it. Keep saving for retirement, but stop treating 65 like a fixed finish line and start treating it like a variable you can actually move. Invest with a purpose and build income that doesn't depend on you clocking in. And you might get your bucket list back before your body rejects it. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments and tell me what's on your bucket list. And be sure to like and subscribe if you want more of this kind of honest look at your money and your time.